Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Hello. Oh, I drank too much water. I'm like the worst. If you put, I think I've talked about this before. If you put anything in front of me, zombie man already sniping with the host. Bum, 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 bum. Hello though. Ba-da-bum. Wow, good pull. Good pull. But no, if you put any kind of liquid in front of me in a cup, I'm gonna end up drinking it. And I got like I don't know how many liters this is. How many liters is this? 1.5 liter water bottle here that I just drank all of it. So as I'm gonna need to get up to pee a lot. Hello though. Hi. How are you doing? Me IRL. V, I saw that I was in a call with Gonmus and some others, and Gonmus said, man, V is balling. V's balling on stream right now. Right? And my brain, I thought he was like basketball. Like balling, like B-A-L-L. So he's like, man, V's balling on stream. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. She's always balling. And then I was like, wait, you mean like crying? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. So V's balling. She's hanging out. Hello, though. I don't know why I always leave you muted for that long. I'm joined by Odessa Frog.
Hello.
There she is.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hi. Oh, geez, I have this open wrong. Hold on. I gotta fix my own thing. Take like 2 seconds. There we go. Anyways,
Hello,
V's
V, my
balling.
love. Hello, zombie.
V is balling. I've heard some sad shit happened. But we're
In what?
fucking
Persona 4 Golden?
yeah. I don't know. V was balling, not basketball, not the good
Oh, I'm
kind.
out of gamer water. Give me one
You got
second.
no gamer water, dude?
I don't want to be dehydrated.
I drank too much water. I gotta pee. What do you do when you're just waiting? What do you do?
Me?
Yeah. I just stare at chat or like make sure everything's on.
I watched Villain by KDA, the Evelyn
You
video.
gotta pump yourself up, yeah.
I gotta get my daily dose of my wife, Evelyn.
A daily dose of oh gosh, oh geez. I am attracted to women.
Bro, I'm an Evelyn fiend, okay?
Evelyn,
I don't think you understand.
A hot damn.
I cannot get enough of Evelyn. So I
This is
enjoyed
not a
that,
family-friendly
and then
stream.
I watched the Twitch stream.
This is not a family-friendly stream.
And I usually take the time to, like, I'll pop out chat so that it takes up half of my second monitor. And then I'll keep the
big
Twitch stream.
Well, I guess you've seen.
Like, I'll split screen my second monitor, and then I'll.
You see how I have it laid out. How do you find the way I set it up?
It makes my legs hurt.
Why?
But
Why?
Because we are different people, bro. That I could not.
Wow. What part of it?
I don't know. Like, I remember not yesterday.
Because you went on my computer the other day.
Last time, yeah. When I came to your computer for the last stream that we did, your keyboard is so deep into your desk.
Oh,
like
that's because I pushed it away.
Like a solid foot and a half. Oh, okay, so you don't sit with your keyboard that far back.
No,
normally?
I just push it away.
It's like, how the hell?
Well, why would I use a keyboard when this is a mouse game? It's a fucking point and click game.
I guess that makes sense.
What the fuck? It's a point and click adventure.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the vertical monitor, I mean,
it works
brilliantly for you, so I support it.
I kind of hate it, but you know what? I'm stuck. It's there now, so. But I kind of don't like it. I'm kind of like.
You could rotate it.
Yeah, but it's like the way the arms we have are set up for the arm for
if
the.
If you had a third monitor, would it just be better?
Yeah,
would
I don't know where
fix
to put it. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but you have another arm because the.
I do, right? But the way the arms are set up, okay. But the way the arms are set up, you can't put them all on the same height level.
Right.
It'll be slightly higher for some fucking reason. Whoever's idea that was. And
Yeah.
it annoys me to no end. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Just rotate it. Make it vertical. Who gives a shit? Anyways, teeny weeny time. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if...
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Hey, Rolando. Oh, it's me.
Oh, it's...
Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Gant! It's Tatsuworth.
Tatsuworth.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. Of course, Edgeworth is always one step ahead, dude. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding the ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And 5 minutes, right? What? 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. Oh, fuck. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. You're cool and stinky, new. You fucking take a shower. This is it. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gant Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February 25th. Tell Odessa she's the queen. She's reading chat.
I can read chat. Hello, thank you, New. You're also a queen.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Gant? Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
We'll try. Thank you, New. Have a good sleep.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Unji, been back into the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. That's a good one. Don't think I could top that.
He just wants to swim. And he just likes playing the organ like a villain. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours?
Uh-oh, the eyes.
Wow. What a villain. Sorry, I gotta burp 15 times because I drank too much water.
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel it should be granted. I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, I should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
Nice borp, thank you.
Okay, so what happened is that Gant told Lana that he was gonna fucking kill Emma.
Yeah.
He doesn't do
Yeah. What's this all about, defendant?
I'd like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
Okay, so, okay. You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
Oh boy. Lana, you fucking... But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence.
Why are you turned around?
I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although it is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
It appears the time for a verdict has arrived. The court finds this defendant
And who's interrupting? Who is it? Oh. Yo! Yo!
Edward, yes?
One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would be certainly premature.
Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut,
Holy fuck, dude.
Edgeworth is my fictional boyfriend. I've decided.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh, to whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation.
Edgeworth says, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think we need to contend.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. He's ballin', dude. I love Edgeworth. Holy fuck. He's so cool.
Very
Edward
well, the
is
court shall grant the
amazing.
prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this, mark my word.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Skittle. It feels like it's shit, but I appreciate that. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Ooh. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Skye. My occupation... I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. It is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago. Really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then.
Dude, this fucking judge, man. He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Witness testimony.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable, however. Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, What does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You gotta admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Dude, he's just... I feel like he's winging it in his head. He's like, I don't fucking know what's happening.
He's
Very
probably
well.
relying on
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
yeah.
Yeah.
The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Okay, press on that. Hold it.
2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes. She was second in command under then Deputy Chief Police Gant. Wow. My sister. She was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ.
So he's always been a villain, cool.
I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work.
A man?
Yes. Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky in Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
Ooh. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Blech. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would have been why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came. There he is.
I don't clearly remember what happened then, but
I think we gotta present the drawing, right? Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
Hey, Rowan.
The lights?
It was just about this time of the year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out?
Wait a minute. It was pitch dark in that room. You shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Very observant for the judge.
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim.
Hear more.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
Picture? Yeah, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture.
This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. Ooh. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm doing good, Rowan. Thank you for asking.
Doing good?
Yep. Do you want to do the picture? Picture?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. It's
What
the
was
list.
it on?
It's the second half of the list. It's on the back. Check it. Yep, flip it over.
Yike.
drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
Lost. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? He's like, hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as a prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold.
Behold.
Behold, bro.
The evidence list from the SL9 incident?
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it. Oh! What's this?
It's the wrong way. Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? No, yeah, I agree, Rolando. He's like, fuck you, Edgeworth. And he's like, what did I do? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn to their fucking, oh my god, they're torn apart.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What?!
Order, order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. This list was torn in half, and that means... the picture's incomplete. Maybe? Your Honor!
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more to the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yo! Holy fuck!
Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see.
Mm.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Oh my
He's
god.
vibrating! Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. What?
What the fuck?
What is happening?
What the fuck?
That's that thing. The thing was dancing in the evidence room.
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Wait, Emma drew that. What? We gotta look at that. Can we see the... Hold on.
I'm so confused.
What? That was above it? Will you all be streaming on Wednesday? I'm live. I think I'm doing a speed run against Zoyam. I'm doing a KH2 speed run. But no, this is the only time we're doing Phoenix Wright this week. Also, hey Serena.
I'm so confused.
What could that? Because if it's, I'm
Look
trying to
at-
turn my
well,
head,
like,
right?
Look at the. It implies that it's a half circle. On the right.
That's the window.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hold on. Does Gant have anything on him that looks like that? Clown drawing. What? But that was before the map. Hold on.
I'm so confused.
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about the picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. Is it the wrong order? And it goes under it? Or something?
No, because there's tear marks.
Oh, right.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that moment.
What the fuck is that up there, then?
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Near Marshall. The defense now... Just fucking cross-examine her. Just fucking get it out of the way.
Oh, man.
Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I draw it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
Hey, Allie. Also, thanks, Water. The defense cross-examination. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness.
Hi, Ribs! Ribs in chat.
Hey,
Ribs in
Ribs.
chat.
But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
There, well.
Flash of... Well, yeah, we know that.
So, at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him
Really? So
clearly.
she didn't see anyone. Okay.
It's gotta be...
Right.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, okay?
Hey, Epic
It was
Man.
Marshall who was running. And Damon Gant is the one
Grabbed.
who chased him into the prosecutor's office. And Joe Dark wasn't even in the room.
Huh.
That's my next theory. What'd she just say? I'm sorry.
Lightning
Lightning was
was-
so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped him, I was knocked away.
Okay, so that was Marshall probably trying to... Okay, Marshall probably pushed her away to get her out of the way of the fight.
Yeah. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? Fucking... What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. I like that. That's cute.
They're always fighting.
Yeah,
That's what they're
I'm the
supposed
bad
to
guy
do.
here.
Anyway, this picture.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
I mean, that honestly could
Yeah.
definitely happen.
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. Better watch out, or he might find a way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So, I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about the picture?
Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims that it's exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here.
Is there? What?
I think I know what it is.
Let me look at it, because I don't know what it is.
If you were to draw this picture, right?
Right.
And you already draw... Think about the silhouette. Think about shapes. I think I know what it is.
So the knife is in his left hand, and he's holding the dude with his right.
Right. Let me know if you want a hint, because I think I know what it is. I'm gonna save.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is that, I mean, they don't look like they're facing each other. But I don't know if that's just it's bad art.
Right.
You know, it looks more like, you know, like that gif of the black silhouette of the ballerina, and if you just think about it, you can switch the direction that the ballerina is twirling.
Yeah. Also, Rowan, there actually is an entire, there's there's two series. Yeah, it's called Ace Attorney Investigations. And you play through.
The first one.
Yeah, it's the first one. And you play as Edgeworth, who solves cases like in like 2 hours. You don't go to court though. It's about him basically deducing. He's basically being a detective. And Gumshoe's in it.
What this looks like more to me.
Right.
It looks like he's coming towards Emma, and he's going to go stab Emma, and the dude in the back is like crawling towards, like trying to be like, stop. It doesn't look.
Can I tell you what I'm thinking?
Yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, if you were to draw a knife, how would you draw it?
Like a knife? That looks like a stick.
Why would you draw a knife that's so clearly got a square edge to it?
Right.
If that's burned into your mind, right? We know that the
Right.
knife broke off in his chest, supposedly. So that implies it was sharp before it was put in him.
So maybe that's the broken knife. Or maybe it's the knife.
I was thinking it could have been this, yeah. And that's why it got removed.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture.
Which picture?
The one of them with the trophy. Look at it. Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, because this knife, yeah, the broken tip was found in the body. So it wouldn't be like this now. It'd be like this after it's stabbed.
Right.
Do you want to try that? That's my thoughts, because I'm like, okay.
that's my thoughts too. I actually
Oh,
agree with
no. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I feel like that was correct.
Is that that?
That feels like a stretch.
No, maybe the picture?
No. I really thought I had it there. Fuck. We gotta contradict the picture, though, clearly.
Well, try and show that the image of them standing with this trophy. Yeah, try that. Because that would have the weapon.
No.
Hmm.
Maybe we're thinking too far ahead. Shows
Maybe we just
exactly
have
what
to
I
object
saw in that instant.
It's the picture itself.
We could present this and be like, you saw this, bro?
Yeah, I still don't get how that has anything to do.
No. What the fuck? Oh, man. I really thought I had it with the knife. The knife's a fucking
I think
square.
it might come up later. Maybe we're thinking too far ahead.
Yeah.
Try presenting the animatronic.
No.
No.
What? What? Okay, hold on. Let me press her again on this.
Sure, this is exactly what you saw. Of course, this is the exact scene. Wasn't influenced anyway from your talk to the detectives. Objection.
No.
Insinuating I'd lie. No.
Is there something that's bothering you about this picture, huh? That's strange. She claims that it's exactly... Yeah. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction. Hold on. Bump, 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 bump.
Oh!
What?
Stabbed in the back.
Well. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us.
The fact that his hand is in front of his body, I would say the hand right there.
Because he was stabbed.
He was stabbed in the back. So if she was able to see his hand, it would make no sense.
Nope. Oop.
You skipped all the dialogue. I missed it.
I'm sorry. Because I'm used to when we fuck up, just like the knife hand. Because it's like.
I guess so. So it looks more.
Yeah. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. No, okay, I was right. It was so so I was right. That's annoying. Sometimes this game does something where it's like, well, it wasn't the right evidence.
It's the wrong formula, but the correct answer.
Yeah, okay, so I was right. Fuck me, man. That's frustrating. Oh well. So it has nothing to do with the front, because you could still stab him in the back from here, because he's like, he could flip him over, you know?
Yeah, I guess he could fall forward.
If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
That's why he got rid of that's why Gant was hiding the picture. Damn, he's good. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back.
So he wouldn't need to reach up again a second time. Yep.
If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Ah! What is the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Ooh. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right. But what does this mean?
So many objections. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is that the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure. Ah, fuck me. She knows what she's talking about. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. I love this shit. Totally owned those lamers. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. Oh yeah, because there was one that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. Ooh. Ooh.
Order, order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the Kin of Prosecutors Awards at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Drake. Or Dark. I know when that hotline play. It's Drake. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon.
Yep.
There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives?
Shield, knife.
Another broken
Yep.
knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there really have been one?
There is another one.
If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. That.
The halberd, yeah. At Gant's behest. Convenient.
If anything's broken here, it's you. Huh?
I'm sure this must all be very amusing to you, Mr. Wright.
What the fuck? Okay, you gotta show the picture then.
Yeah.
Wrong idea, right idea, wrong evidence.
Yeah.
The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award. Wait, this is a picture of the awards ceremony.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. Dude, what a thing to stab someone with.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. It's not the award, it's the picture of the award. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that... I almost did the judge. That can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award's knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, the man raising a knife would have to have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall! Fuck! Oh, he's like, oh, fuck. I thought Phoenix knew what he was saying, damn.
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here?
It was Damon and
smugler.
Neil.
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything!
Which is?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
Did he draw that? What is...
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What? You drew that?
That. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
The music, dude. What the...
All this time, I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Whoa. Okay, but what does that mean? What?
Maybe they used it to hypnotize her? I don't know. I'm like grasping
Perhaps
here.
it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Skye?
Yes, Your Honor.
Clown jump scare. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? Should be interesting. Is it a new testimony? It is, okay. She drew it.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue
What?
badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
Oh, she does do the Pixar blink. That's interesting. It might be because her hair's covering part of it, though.
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Please, don't pursue this any further.
Fucking Jesus, Greg with the raid. Did you PB? Son, did you do it?
What is the Pixar movie, by the way?
No, lol. Aw, rip. Bum 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 bum. In Toy Story 1, right?
Oh,
They wanted the
Woody?
blinking to
The
look
Woody
more
blink?
natural because you don't actually blink perfectly in sync.
Oh, right.
So
it's
they
the
made
weird
them
slow motion.
blink out of sync, but they did it too delayed. It was bad.
Too slow.
Yeah,
I
so they
remember
look
now.
kind of weird. But I think it looks like Emma's doing it because the hair is covering it. Lana, are you okay, miss? Did you already read it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Lana.
What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime.
How's Ace Attorney?
Why can't
It's
you
getting
just
intense,
leave it at
Greg.
that?
Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Sorry you didn't PB, Greg.
Silence!
Damn. Judge is pissed.
Silence! Shut the fuck up! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter.
Prep on everything.
Jeez. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes.
It
At
wasn't.
least
Okay.
I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you...
Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
What do you mean you think?
It happened so fast and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
It's a good quote.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then what happened next?
I have an idea.
Well, look at the evidence really quick.
Can I haven't done this case this far, I don't think. I don't remember this at all.
I know, but look at the evidence, because I think I know what your idea is. Right? That handprint? I think that's in Marshall's vest. I think that's a piece of Marshall's vest.
That's the person she pushed.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it is the same color as his vest.
Yeah.
And he was wearing it that day, too.
Yep.
Okay, the blue badger's the real what the fuck part. Are you sure
Maybe
about this?
She saw the spikes in Gant's hair. Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't even exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd
She
seen
did
him
bring
before
that up,
somewhere.
right? Oh my god, he has the knife too. Or whatever, maybe. I don't know.
I thought that was a police baton.
Yeah, that too.
Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother, just when you thought that the that thing had caused the... I hate that thing. It's scary. That thing sucks.
Tell us, what in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had three creepy horns.
Crappy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is the blue badger really?
Just might know.
I think, should we... The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. But she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
it is the defense's belief that... Okay, hold on. I think what we need to do is look at all the evidence and spin it to look like... Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yep. Wait. No. No,
It's missing one! It's missing one!
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it was gonna be either that or...
What?
that. Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Holy shit.
That.
Holy fuck.
I feel like, okay, before we continue,
Yeah,
Gant is
a
like
villain.
like a straight up super villain, right?
Yeah, serial murderer.
I feel like what might have happened is that she drew that, and so he was like, oh, I'm gonna stroke my own ego, and I'm gonna instruct
Because he's fucking nuts.
Gumshoe to make the mascot, and every time I look at that thing, it'll be a reminder of what I got away with. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
The vase
oh my
was
god.
that vase was really smart.
Is that what knocked her out? She dropped the vase on her head?
Maybe he did clog her with the vase. That would make so much sense.
There indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright.
Just Mr. Wright? Hello? Like, I don't know.
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike.
It has to be
It's
that.
gotta be the vase. There's nothing else.
There's nothing else. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
But that's... what exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
I've got to show them. The correct angle to look at this... Oh, boy.
Yep. It's the angle that you had it at before.
Bro, H-N... Oh, no. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, my God.
Come on, Mr.
Come
Wright.
on.
You can do it.
Oh, my God. F. Okay, H... N, B, and... What the fuck, bro?
This is such a nightmare.
Wow,
Yeah.
that looks pretty similar, actually.
Yep.
Oh, that's
There it is.
scary! Well, is this a miracle or what? That's scary, bro. Hey, Jave Man. Or Jav Man. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No. It can't be. Edgeworth's like, what the fuck kangaroo court is this?
Order, order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this...
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
No, it was raised over her head to knock her out.
I'm gonna save.
Yeah, smart.
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, Folsey. You see, this changes everything. Indeed? Very well then. Please tell us, what's different now that we know what the witness saw, whatever. Wait, what?
The murderer.
The murderer?
Yeah.
Is it located? Yeah. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf. What the fuck? It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body found I'm mixing up my voices. But the body found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. What? Yes. Oh, it wasn't on Lana's side. It was on the other side of the room, I guess.
Oh.
It is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Dude, he's a fucking supervillain. Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
I finally figured it out. But this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. And in the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Oh, in the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent that jar flying?
That would have to have been the impact of the man made when he was knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf. Oh my God.
Lost.
If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? What would he... Oh my...
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword.
Yes, that's how he got stabbed in the back. Did Gant kill him by accident or something?
I think Lana killed him. I think Emma killed him.
Oh boy.
'Cause she pushed him.
Oh boy. And since the man who was knocked in the armor was carrying a broken knife, it would have been Neil Marshall wielding the... Oh my God.
Yeah, Emma killed him.
So Gant didn't even do it. So Gant is using that to control Lana, probably.
Or he's working with Lana to protect Emma.
Well, because
Maybe
he doesn't
Neil
want...
Goodman
Oh
was
my
going to
God.
do something about it.
She doesn't want Emma to find out that she killed someone.
Well,
Wielding the king of
and
prosecutors
she didn't want
trophy.
Emma to be tried as a murderer.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another
my-
possibility?
what?
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless... I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
Events took place as the defense theorizes, and the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall. Damn. Damn. This did not go the way I expected. Well, I'm guessing it's it's because Gant is a freak and he needs realistic suits of armor.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me?
Oh,
No!
that was an
God.
Awoo. She's dead. That was an Awoo scream.
No!
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
What? What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances...
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
F's in chat, man.
How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that's coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved to Prosecutor's Marshall body? Ooh, was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edwards,
Oh my
I
god.
have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof.
Oh.
Tell me. Do you have any conclusive
Yeah,
evidence
we
that
do!
proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
No! We do! Evidence?
Yeah. I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
You certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. Yeah, call Maya. Get her to fucking... Come on. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
Gotta think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind.
It's in the evidence. It's on the jar.
This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright.
She's like, Message, stop! Stop! I love that. She's like, stop! Shut up! Stop, please!
Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Stop! Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
What is... I gotta look at...
See, it looks like a Japanese character, excuse me. Come on, that's like obvious.
Emma. Oop. This is the message left by the deceased.
This is that blue badger from before, right?
Oh, is it going to just speak the killer's name?
If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of the jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Oh, it was scrubbed.
We're gonna spray it, we're gonna spray it, we're gonna spray it.
The spray,
Yes,
the
but
luminol
notice.
spray that she bought.
For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away.
Oh, that's because that fragment was taken off.
Oh my god, E? You can E? M? A. Oh my god!
Oh.
Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood.
So what you're saying? that these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that apparently someone wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
And that's why she saw it at that
Precisely
angle,
so.
because she fell over and he was holding it
Oh my
to
god.
like write on it with his hand.
Oh my god.
And then he probably dropped it.
All we
'cause he
do,
probably went
all we
limp.
need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Gotta connect these dots. There's only one thing in the victim. Oh god. His murderer's name.
I'm gonna start with the tip of the E. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Yikes. Oh man.
Wow.
Oh man. It's a defense attorney's fucking Jesus, this case, man. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Yeah, this is the most connect the dots. I've never been trained better.
Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Skye. Damn.
Holy fuck.
See, Worthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Chief Gant.
You understand the implications of what you've done?
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. Blah, blah, blah. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not?
Oh my god, is what a fuck.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
Oh my god, poor Edgeworth. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important.
What the fuck?
Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice?
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, that fact cannot be denied.
Oh boy. Oh my god, everyone's fucking freaking out.
Order! Order! Order!
Shut the fuck up. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit, another one.
Bro, it said the final day. Final day part 2. It's gonna say, watch. Oh, it's trial ladder. Fuck off. Another
Holy
one.
shit.
We still gotta get Gant somehow. Well, Gant definitely did murder someone, right?
Gant is evil, bro.
Sorry,
Okay, then.
Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting. He's always the best timing. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. I fucking love them. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked. Learn the
Evidence
getting you to
law.
learn evidence for dummies. She asked me to give you this. There was a break in today's trial. Evidence law. Edward was talking about this one just the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
It's such a long case, man.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you this message.
A message?
He said if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Him. I guess I'll need to do that book a thorough read. Aw. Dun, dun.
Let's read it.
You missed a lot, Omni.
Rules for submitting evidence. Rule 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2: unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Is that it?
I think, yeah, that's it.
What?
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you're wrong, detective.
Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat. Ew. Despite all these allegations being thrown at me.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky's been found out she's unwillingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Jesus.
More like evidence law pamphlet flyer.
Yeah, it's like 1 page. Evidence law, post it. Yeah, passing that class must have been rough. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
Yep.
We're gonna expose him, no matter what it takes.
I think it was Gant.
This case
I still
has
think
hurt
Gant
too
killed
many
him.
people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Yep.
Fucking yikaroni and cheese, dude. This has to be the last part of the fucking case, dude. This has to be it.
Yeah.
Thickworth, there it is. Always watching.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
the inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Fascinating developments, Your Honor.
Yes, well... Normally, this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
Struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts
Yes.
the prosecution's proposal. Yep.
Then it's settled. The, defense may now call forth its next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer.
Gant, bro.
Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
Call Gumshoe, yeah.
Everything.
Bro, he's done it all. As a defendant's partner 2 years ago, Miss Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear about what he has to say. I went into Edgeworth a little bit there in his cadence.
Hmm.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right, Bailiff! Please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
He's gonna be like, why am I? What the fuck?
When he reaches forward to like play with his hair, I don't know why that does something for me.
He's cute.
I'm about to open a
Also,
bank account.
also a villain.
That's all I'm saying.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch!
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Your name and occupation.
So, you want to play hardball, hmm? Please, Mr. Gant.
Sure, you were gonna
Yeah, go swimming. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, righto. What's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident.
Oh, you mean the last time when Lana's sister murdered the prosecutor? Oh my god!
He's so manipulative.
Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
There are still some things unaccounted for,
Oh, like what?
like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You're aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
He's threatening him on record.
Oh
He's
my
literally
god,
threatening
oh
him
my
on
god,
record.
oh my god. Weapons?
Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so.
What?
That is the most
The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
backwards shit I've ever heard.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial.
Hey, Cab, yeah.
Yeah, Shibuya.
Just remember,
Absolutely.
if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony.
Dude, Phoenix did not go to law school. He just fucking, I don't know, man.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
I dropped my water bottle.
What the fuck?
Somebody get that? Just like... That's when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor.
That's not the judge.
He was lying on the floor unconscious.
Tomfoolery. He did law skip. Testify about what you saw. No? Okay, well, we tried.
Dark bumped his head? That's convenient.
When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
The police chief has the right to refuse to testify, and I'd better hit him as hard and fast. Man. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic.
A murderaholic, more like, you fucker.
After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant, Alana Sky, also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
So, the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that! The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil when he went when that hardwood knife went into his heart, though.
What the
Bro.
fuck is wrong with him? That's not funny. Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together.
Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Yes, apparently he hit his head when he was knocked out.
I don't know, man.
Next to them were those two poor girls.
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
Bro. How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means... You found the body near Lana's desk?
That's right. I think you said earlier. It was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway. Whatever. Just like, anyway, dude.
Oh, I know. Oh.
The cloth. We present the cloth here.
The clock?
The cloth.
So you're saying that the forgery had already been taking place by the time you arrived? No, he's saying he didn't... Oh, fuck.
I know, but what I'm saying is if he says he had nothing to do with it, then why was there evidence covering it up in his fucking safe? In his safe.
I feel like it's either the cloth or it's the book. Because the police department, he approved it. Right? The forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt. Removing a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances.
Is that really how it went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd best off staring at the court record.
Worthy. Oh, it's a smooth talker.
Which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery?
Lana did admit to forging evidence.
But that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. So it's got to be the one at the end.
Yep.
He had something to do with it.
Let's do the rule. That one seems like the more obvious one. The rule book.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Uh-oh.
So then it was the cloth. That.
Yeah, found in Chief Gant's... Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he
Yeah,
have
why
that?
do you have a giant organ in your office, you fucking villain? Yeah, you're right, okay.
Yeah.
If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this?
What's that? That!
I meant to say this and that.
Is that on a handprint?
Chief Gant, your explanation, please.
I don't know, you tell me, son. Oh my god.
Huh?
My dear Righto, don't you know the second rule of evidence law?
Vibe check? What's up, Daniel?
Oh, not this again. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me how this rag is relevant to the trial.
Picture.
It appears the defense was not prepared.
Guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence.
Please accept my profound
Are we
apologies,
gonna take
Chief.
the hit?
Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay, I'll do this just once. But only because you asked, Udgy. Thank you. I assure you the defense is terribly sorry.
Yeah, sorry I didn't nail you. What? There we go, this one. Other one.
Yeah.
Because we already presented this, so it is relevant. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you played a part in the illegal investigation, you fucker. You fucker. You're a fucker. You're a bitch.
Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit it then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
Bro! Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
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 Poof. Did I say poof instead of proof? Oops. What? What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to her. Poor Gumshoe.
Yes, well, in light of the defective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
My, these kids these days are no longer know how to put two and two together. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Punishment.
Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all you know, I could have planted them in my office.
Oh, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered.
If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Punishment.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
Oh.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know.
All right, Dudgy, in return, though.
I know. That place...
What? Huh, what are these guys, telepathic? What are they gonna go make out?
Maybe.
Maybe,
I mean,
dude.
maybe they've got
Maybe they're
something
crazy.
going on.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and
Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later.
Later? What are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe, such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
What the fuck? If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery...
I'm not through speaking yet, Righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
What?
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced.
What the? Dude, he's playing everything like a fiddle, dude.
Yep.
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. The remarks, however, clever as they may be, will only succeed in wasting time.
Come now, Righto. Think about it.
How can you look at me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murderer here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye.
Well, now do you see? What the fuck, dude? Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all of this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
That would, of course, have to the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh?
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Is a sufficient motive. Oh, 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 oh! Oh! That's a good one. Huh?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief.
The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Oh, fuck.
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Haji, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do.
What the fuck is happening? How lost are you right now?
I 100% lost.
Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but
I'm
the only
trying to
person...
comprehend
Yeah,
everything.
right?
The only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it?
You think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
Bro, A-Cat, holy
Bro,
fuck.
you seem to be lax enough on your own, though.
Oh, that's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone else? Lana? He wanted, because he wanted the prosecutor's office in his back pocket.
Yeah.
True, you might not help out anyone for their sake. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. I love that.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I mean.
Very well, then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
Must have been Lana Skye.
Must have been Lana Skye.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye? The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in the light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with...
Okay.
I'm gonna kill the
All
judge.
right.
I'm gonna strangle the judge.
He plays with puppets?
Bro, are you actually
Dead silent!
that
The
dense?
court...
Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in force someone to do his bidding. Never mind.
Oh
Admit
my
it, Chief.
God.
Judge, what? You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
Right, oh my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, all of this amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless... Unless... That is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Which one would that be?
Of course, I'm talking about... the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Oh my god!
Just what do you mean?
Threatening people on fucking record.
What he means,
again.
Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What?
Gavel smash.
I know,
Order!
right?
I said order! Mr. Wright, you cannot be serious.
You cannot be serious.
right now.
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency.
ACAB.
Yeah, remember the original Ted Gun.
To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's it. I am impossible.
Well, Judge, do I have news for you? Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier-to-understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. You're taking the blame for this. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this.
So intently
They're
right
like,
now.
we gotta do it now.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good question. They're both just making shit up as they go. I love these two. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. All right, then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it's better be good.
Show us the oh my god. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a lot of evidence. Oh boy.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with Goodman. That has nothing to do with Goodman. I don't think that has anything to do with Goodman. That doesn't have anything to do with Goodman. It has to be evidence law? What, that he's just submitted evidence?
It would
that
definitely
be?
prove that he would be capable of it because he'd be able to control it.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
It's not, no. No. There's no way it's this. I'm joking, please. I don't know. I have to consider everything. This is like a big one. This is just, no. This is about the original one, so this doesn't matter. The murder of... Oh, man. He was hiding the jar. The jar was broken in that one spot. It's that one.
Yeah.
It's got to be that one, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7 sevens. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. The fucking energy. The energy. Dude, the raw power. Dude, Phoenix's dick is massive right now. It's your number. No, it's yours. No,
It's yours.
it's yours. It's your number.
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
Big D energy there. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7 sevens. the same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gantz, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime! You give me the fucking music, holy shit! Let's fucking go. Hold on, am I allowed to... Oh, it's already maxed out, fuck.
What's maxed out?
I had to turn the music up.
Order, order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say?
Ooh.
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright to be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Yo! Holy fuck, get shot.
Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
Ah! Ah! What about it? I'm the chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I've always gone to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gantz? I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
With the changing of the evidence,
What do you
right?
mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. Oh, sorry, blah, blah. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence.
I'm saving. Panic. Panic.
Panic save.
We're going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet with Chief Gant on the day of the crime.
Boom, 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 boom. It could have been this? No.
No.
Bada boom. Boom, boom. Why'd they meet? Why'd they meet?
Goodman's notes. 1221 SL9. 1221 that...
He was
or is it
evidence
21?
transferal?
The evidence transferal.
Holy fuck. Burby, 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 bur. Ah! Can only be submitted to the chief of police!
Got him!
Got him!
Holy fuck!
Got him! Oh my god! Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filed out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes,
Transferal.
to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gantz. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
Because he didn't have his ID, so he needed someone to open the door for him.
I'm guessing, you know what? I'm betting he opened it, and as he opened it, he realized Gant did it and confronted him or something.
Right.
And that's Gant just killed him then and there.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next.
Hope you got some good rest, Kafona. I missed you, bestie.
Microphone.
I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
Yes. Yep.
Exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something. Nope! No! You just shut up! Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once, yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
Got him. Bro, Edgeworth.
No! He's fucking
Holy
going
shit.
nuts.
Bro, he got so angry he glitched.
Chief Gant, you didn't!
What the fuck?
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know? He's going nuts. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body here over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. He made, I know what, yep. Chief Gantz.
Meekins.
No, not Meekins, he made Edgeworth. It was in Edgeworth's car, and he told Edgeworth, hey, is it this? No, what's the one he said you gotta bring back?
Oh, the screwdriver.
Yeah, he's like, hey, bring this screwdriver back. Yeah, Edgeworth transferred the body. You left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought this was just a useless clue, just taking up space.
How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Yep. Holy fuck, I'm so hyped.
So he put it in the car.
Yep. This is how you move Detective Goodman's body.
What's that? A screwdriver? What does that have to do with this case?
Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. Was it this screwdriver? What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... Oh, he moved the body, dude. He didn't realize. I was asked to go by Chief Gantz, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gantz asked you to. You mean I? The body was found lying in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. So she's just an accomplice, but she didn't do it.
What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal in the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It is exactly the opposite. Was that Edgeworth?
Yeah.
Oh, no, now it's Edgeworth. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gantz, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
My time is up?
Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
What? This is not a right to be casually invoked, or certainly risk to be considered.
Fuck you. Yeah, thanks, Epic Man. So you're just going to run away after all of this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? If you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. will I?
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police.
I'm saving this shit. Thanks for the follow, Jave, man.
Okay. Oh.
Yo,
Oh,
600! 600,
You
baby! Holy fuck! I gotta do a...
It's VIP, right? Or are you gonna...
I don't know. I think I'm gonna
random
do,
number
like...
it?
I'm gonna give it to a rando fucker in chat, probably.
Congratulations, you're the 600th follower!
Holy... 600, baby! 600! 600! 600!
When Tatsu gets his U2s, you know, people who are, like, in the top, like, first 1,000 or whatever will get a number on theirs. I'm pretty sure, so... You'll have a nice number 600 on it. That'll be really cool.
Okay, everyone... Okay. Everyone needs to type exclamation point raffle in chat right now. I can do it now.
To get VIP?
Yeah, everyone do exclamation point raffle. It should work. Yep, it's working. Whoa! Everyone do it. Everyone in chat right now. You were here. You were here. You were here. 600. 600.
Can mods be VIP?
It won't show up, but yeah, if you want to enter, go ahead. You're still viewers, like.
Alright. Omni, you're already a VIP.
You're already VIP, my dude. Everyone's joined. It's working. Just keep. If you haven't done it, make sure you put it in right now. If you want VIP, I'm gonna give it another little bit of time here, and then I'm gonna hit pick winner, and it's just gonna pick one. Ribs wants that VIP role. It's like fuck it. Bum bum bum. Bow, 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 bow. I've never used this feature. It's actually really cool. This is really good for giveaways. I can see how it's working, yeah.
Snap Omni if he gets chosen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, yeah, fuck it.
Alright.
I think, I'm gonna say another about 10 seconds. So really about 20, considering stream delay. Okay, I'm calling it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna hit pick winner. We're gonna see what happens. There we go.
Ooh.
Epic Man won!
Congrats, Epic.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Epic Man got VIP.
Everyone spam OS Frog in the chat.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one. We're doing one more. Yo! Skittles won!
Oh.
Oh my god. I'll do one more. Fuck it. Or should I do 6 for 600?
Yeah, let's do 6.
Let's do 6 for 600. We're doing 6. Unable to add VIP. Why? What? Oh, I've spelled her name wrong. There we go. Okay, okay, 4 more. I won! That doesn't count. Yo, Zombie won! Let's go! VIPs all around! All around! What a giveaway. I would like Tatsu Nanaki. 3 more. Gideon! Holy shit. Gideon won. Let's go. This is fun. I like this. This is a fun idea. We're gonna have there's gonna be so many people added to the wheel when someone gets snapped.
Oh,
2
I'm
more.
So excited.
Greg! Let's go!
Congrats, Greg. Okay, I didn't mean to do it that much. Sorry.
What would happen? Yo!
Oh, I'm spamming OS Frog.
No, you're good. Last one. This is your last one, gamers. All VIPs at 1K, yeah.
All VIPs
Oh,
get
Skittle.
white.
No, okay, again. Jay, what? Yo, number 600! Number 600 got it. Let's fucking go. Hype, hype, hype. And the latest follower. Holy shit. number 600. Holy
Look at
fuck.
all those VIP diamonds in the chat.
So many VIPs in chat now. Holy heck. Dude, people who are snapping is gonna have a field day. I think it may as well do 6. 600 is a big... That's so fucking crazy, man.
That's amazing.
600 followers, dude. I love all of you guys. Let's put this fucker in jail. Let's do it.
Gant goes to jail.
I just want to thank Yam. Yam gets VIP.
Concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor? Barry, when are you gonna go to bed? Jesus Christ, you're awake for like 40 hours.
Do you have any
I
concrete
think
proof?
she was sleeping during some of Yam's stream.
Okay.
I think that's what News said.
Thank
But
you, though.
she's okay.
I feel rude. The first thing she said was, Tatsu, congrats. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, thank you, Barry. Holy fuck.
It's
Barry,
'cause we love
I don't
you,
know what...
Barry. We just want to make sure you get enough rest.
I don't know what follower
you.
Barry was. She's been following since fucking December, dude. Or September. It's a while.
Has Barry really been around since September?
Yeah. She used to not talk in chat.
Oh, that makes sense.
Put a Gant in a cell, yeah.
So
yeah.
Barry's been around since the beginning, because you started streaming in September.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Been around basically since I found, I knew Shibuya. Probably gonna sleep soon. Oh my god, Barry. Gotta get some rest. Yeah, Zombie, you can give VIP to someone else if you have enough points for it. Are you gonna redeem it? You're gonna redeem a new VIP. You can give it to someone. Yo! Holy fuck.
Who are you giving it to?
It's been too long. Who are you giving it to, Zombie? Yeah! The return! The return!
Yeah, Omni, he started in like the big, like late August, like very late August, early September.
Yeah.
Because we moved to this new place where he actually had the space to do it. But we took like a month to get everything set up because we didn't really have a whole lot of furniture. Because we moved from like a one-room studio apartment to like a much bigger space. We didn't have a lot to fill the space yet.
Barry retaking her throne. Reclaimed until she gets snapped the first time it gets spun. Jesus Christ. Man. Okay, back to the case. Fucking hell, guys. Why is it not showing up? You might
She
have to
might need to refresh,
Yeah.
but she also has the gift thing.
Oh, you might only be able to have like 2. You might have to add
Well,
it. I don't
Omni
know.
has 3. 'Cause he has
I think you have
bits,
to allow it
crown,
to do
and-
3, maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
did it. Hey. My hands are tied, dude. I did it.
Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body?
Do I have any concrete proof?
Oh boy.
I don't know if we actually do, though. Because it might be like one of those things where you have to say no. Concrete? That she made him do it?
Muffler. Well, she called Emma. Why would she call Emma? Hey, Shark Pack.
Hey, Shark Pack. You missed the reverse snapping of VIPs.
The only thing that
But
the
no,
only
it's
loose
Friday.
end that hasn't been tied up yet has been the fact is that why was the glove jammed in the door to keep it open? Unless Goodman did that because he knew Marshall was going to try and... Because Marshall wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have arranged that because Marshall didn't know that he wasn't going to be able to open the lock. Because he didn't know that it was a fingerprint lock. He had no idea. So the only thing that I can think of is that Gant made it that way on purpose because he knew Marshall was going to be in there, so he was going to try and pin it on Marshall?
Thank you, Barry. You need to get some rest when you can. I know you've been awake forever. Yeah, Ribs is gonna snap everyone. She's like rubbing her hands together. She's like, who's gonna fucking... Any concrete proof? I feel like we don't...
have to present evidence.
I don't know. I feel like we don't. I feel like we have to.
Yeah.
I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence. No, Barry's VIP now. Why is it not? Did I type the wrong name?
What other name?
Asterberry. Oh, no.
Well, revoke that.
Asterberry. Who the hell is that?
Like, you know how there's Powerpuff Girls and then the Rowdy Rough Boys? Asterberry is like the Rowdy Rough Boy version of the Powerpuff Girl Asterberry.
There we go.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Then please hurry it up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman with beyond a shadow of a doubt. Fuck.
Oh, God. Okay. He still could have used Edgeworth's knife.
Fuck. I don't think we have evidence for it.
Well, we have to.
This?
The only thing that I can think of is that, and maybe Goodman realized. Okay, the only other thing that I can think of is that Goodman realized, and so he put his own glove. Because he wanted people to be able to unlock it.
But the glove is from the SL9 incident. It's not his glove.
I know, but he put the glove because it's in his locker. So the only thing I can think of is that he knew that what he was going to say, like he was going to.
Right, but that doesn't prove.
So he wanted to make sure that people could open his locker. Maybe
that doesn't prove that it was Chief Gant in the slightest, though. That could have been anyone, so that doesn't matter. That proves that that proves he was worried someone was trying to kill him, but not that it was Gant. Could it be this? I think it's got to be the switchblade knife.
That's the only thing that I can think because it.
This was this what we've figured out. This isn't the actual murder weapon. This is what she put in after. Because she took this out and put it into the muffler. It has to be this.
I wonder if that's like the thing that he realized was like, hold on, this doesn't add up or something like that.
I feel like we should try this.
All right, give it a shot.
So, what exactly is this evidence?
It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge, but I am. Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor? Fuck me. I'm gonna be late for lunch. God. I don't think we don't have concrete proof. We don't.
But if we say we don't have proof, then we lose.
But we don't have anything that we just don't. Like, there's nothing that beyond, like, just is like concrete, bam.
I feel like that's a cop-out.
He killed him.
Have we really thoroughly checked absolutely everything?
Like, everything only, like, it has implications, but none of it's concrete. A lot of it is extrapolating. Like, none of it is like, yep. The only thing would be this, about hiding evidence, but that's a lot to extrapolate. Like, extrapolation, no. The ID card reader is, again, well, okay, even if he did go in there, did he kill him? Sure, there was, like, there's this. Screwdriver was just how the body was moved. Half-written document. Evidence floor room. The glove, I don't know. I don't think the glove is relevant, because that no way proves anything. The evidence locker doesn't prove anything. This doesn't prove anything. It was in the safe, but that's, again, it'd be, okay, well, I couldn't have killed him. Maybe I just hit it. I'm just helping out the other person. Prints have been wiped. That's Marshall's. This is not even relevant. SL9 incident. Files. This wouldn't have anything to do with the current case at all. Even if it established a motive, it would be like, well, it's not concrete, even if I had the motive. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This, I don't think. matters? No, like this would have nothing to do with the case.
It's one of the only pieces of evidence we haven't used yet.
This, or that, or the cell phone. I think it's just we don't have proof. I don't think we have any.
I mean, you can try that, but that seems like we're gonna lose.
It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor, at present I have no conclusive evidence.
See, Aji? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you, oh my god, for your allegations against the chief.
What?
Here's a tip, never... Oh, did I fuck up? Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you.
Did we just shit the bed? I warned you. Oh, did I just piss the sheets?
This is an affront to our senior officer at our nation's law enforcement agency.
Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't had yet the honor of hearing her testimony. Lady who knows the truth. Another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There is still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Emma, because he met with Emma after.
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. So, okay, yeah, so we
Okay,
don't
so
have
you're
any
right.
evidence. Yeah.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now.
Lana?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth. It's gotta be Lana.
It's gotta be Lana Sky.
The defendant? Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well, the court will now take
Hey,
its
Spider,
final...
by the way.
Another fucking recess. Yeah, hi, Spider.
Oh my
15
god.
minutes will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony.
This court is now...
Hold on!
Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat.
Hold on!
Listen good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences.
He's
Oh
literally
my God.
threatening her.
That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
This isn't good.
Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. All right, then. I've got a lunch date to meet.
He's a psychopath.
Oh my god.
The judge is like, bruh.
Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess.
Jesus.
We're gonna have to force her to testify. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
That chief, he's something else, huh, pals?
Detective Gumshoe.
I'm not a detective anymore.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Ah, don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your
Judge
office!
is stupid. Yeah, he is.
My office?
Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with.
Could he mean Maya?
Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand?
It's not fair that he has the right to refuse to testify.
Nope.
Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said?
Chief, that's not right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
Risks. What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. That's you.
You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too? Nope,
Wow,
it is.
so as soon as he can't testify that he didn't do it now. Gumshoe
Yeah.
assistant. Emma, are you okay?
Yeah. When I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me.
That's why she got all cold. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal.
Gumshoe really said we live in a society. Wow.
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see.
Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act.
Emma, why don't you wait No.
No,
It's your number.
I'm going with you.
It is your number. It is. That's yours.
It is. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, now this has to be it.
I mean, to be fair, the days have been short. We've only been streaming for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Ba-na-ba-ba-ba.
Trial ladder 2.
That's so funny. The ending, too. The second.
We've been in court all fucking day. Jesus Christ! What is it with you two? Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Yeah, Angel
Of course.
Stars. The Angel Stars cross-examination is so fucking long, dude. It's like, God. Shit, sucking kangaroo court.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Omni, that's okay. You don't need to announce when you're leaving or going.
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana...
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
Defense may now begin to talk to her. Ask her a question.
Hello, how are you?
My boss is gonna go to jail.
Okay, well. How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why.
But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence by myself.
Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer.
Yeah, she's turning around. She's not putting her hair down.
My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
Face curtain.
Oh my god, Greg, that reminds me of that episode of The Office where she, oh my god, why can't I remember her name?
Whomst?
Oh my god, the second receptionist after Pam.
Kelly.
No. Well, her name's
real name is
actually
Kelly. Erin.
Erin. Thank you, Rain. Thank you, Erin.
I don't know why I called her Kelly. That is her
Erin,
name. She hid in her hair. It's her room.
She hid in her hair because that used to be her room.
That's where my room is. That's her room. You say you did this all by yourself. Yeah, Kelly is her first. I was
Yes.
correct, technically. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
That's where we're gonna have to use the cloth. Something like that.
If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes, I broke the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body.
Now we gotta... Was this new? Was this added?
Yeah, this is added.
You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound?
And then you move the body.
But why? Why would you do that?
You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others.
Why? Plant the knife.
But why did you do that?
Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure that out.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife.
I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. Press on that. What?
What is happening? I think we can go back and change what's added. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right?
Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body.
So you buried inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did. Press on that.
So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence?
She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Let's ask about moving the body instead. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Huh? Lana is very pretty, yeah. Pieces of the jar. You mean...
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was laying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have broken during their struggle.
No. What?
I see.
What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this fabrication entirely alone.
It didn't shatter. There's no way.
No, remember they put it back together, but they were missing a piece.
What? When did... It didn't shatter during the struggle. It was written before?
I don't understand. I feel like when it says it had nothing to do with Emma, you gotta present the cloth.
Yeah?
Yeah,
but I feel like, what's the point of drawing out a new piece of testimony if you're not even going to use it?
Maybe it'll be relevant later?
No. It's got to be this part. It's definitely this one right here. That jar must have broken later.
I feel like that's gotta not make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it was broken after. Because he wrote on it after they fucking struggled. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony.
A contradiction in my testimony?
She's so pretty. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
You have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies.
Hmm.
In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died.
Ah.
Oh! Fuck.
Ah.
He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar.
Order, order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing
Spider,
something critical
it was
here.
proven in the first couple days of the trial that Edgeworth's knife,
Something critical.
the red knife, wasn't actually the murder weapon.
Chief Prosecutor, seems you're in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
I immediately noticed
Nope.
blood traces in the jar.
So, the jar was already broken?
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
Jesus Christ. Not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Sorry, tired. Normally I would have.
So, you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you'd do that for me?
Seemed you two might make up again yet.
Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
This is rather shocking.
I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I had only a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all.
But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a body of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got
so no,
every
no,
last
she didn't.
piece.
So there's the contradiction. Because the last piece was in Gant's office.
Yeah.
The fuck? Bitch, you're lying so bad. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe. But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
Yep.
But couldn't the defendant simply have missed a piece?
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. This judge is an idiot, yeah, a little bit.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They're in my mouth all...
I hate you.
Have you
Bro.
forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already Oh god, it was! So she's not...
Oh,
I
that.
think he broke the jar.
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
Hope you're not implying that person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, oh,
Could have just lied.
The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? You fucking idiot?
no! He's like, oh, fuck!
Recess again.
Wait, I'm not the one on trial here.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence.
But
Yep.
why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, he sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Ow! Aaron Yeager?
No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem like the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. What if
Gant
we're
killed.
still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright.
Miss Skye, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
yep. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Okay.
The witness may testify once more for the final time.
Is this it? No balls? All
Actual
balls?
crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it.
Why would she think that?
That's why I erased all of the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armored sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Camera?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
The book? Oh, it's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. So it's in the evidence law book.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you.
What? I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
Seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. It's on the back or something. Oh,
Peel.
wait.
Oh my god! That's some. Why? I mean, I guess she's a detective.
That's horrifying.
Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
Oh my.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
I guess she said she carried a camera.
No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had arranged everything.
Holy fuck.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be?
Cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are, must be the real murderer. Uh-oh.
What? But those fingerprints.
Uh-oh.
They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Balls, dude. I couldn't do anything.
No, he has no right.
Come now, Aji. This is the poorest excuse for the trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Nope, nope.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about. Get his ass! Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Yo!
Ah, so what? You think I'm worried?
Fuck! Oh my god.
Sorry to disappoint you.
But I don't need to make any statements.
Oh my god. Oh, that made me wheeze too hard. Ow, my throat.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's... Oh, boy. That's true. Wait, you mean... You still have some conclusive evidence?
He forged it! He forged it!
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone?
Someone? Oh, what's your excuse, righto?
Is that...
Yep.
Is the evidence forged?
I think he pressed Emma's hand into the piece of cloth. I think he pressed her hand on it.
Well, I've been keeping
make
quiet
fingerprint
about it.
fingerprint.
You have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is that true, Mr. Wright?
I feel like it's a trap. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you'll be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiry.
I'm saving again, dude. I'm fucking pissing my pants.
We're gonna have to present it.
Do we
There's
have
no way
to?
we can't.
Is there something else?
Yeah.
What do I do now? I better
Well, we
think
can
this through
prove that it was
carefully. I can't
forged.
afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence?
We should. Honesty. You have to be honest. It's the only way to get to
It's
the truth.
definitely a trap.
It's well, yeah, I mean, but that's the truth. I think we're gonna be able to prove that it was forged. say do it.
Just do it? Okay.
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
All right, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
Boy.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence.
This seems like a bad idea, yeah. I got to, right?
But we have to.
I have
we
to.
have to. We have to.
This seems like a bad idea. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's chest near his chest. His vest near his chest. Oops. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Wright has checked, haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies.
What? They're mine? So I really did do it.
See, I told you it was conclusive. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. You really expect me to believe that? But... Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. Oh boy.
What? Was that really the wrong move?
It appears we have our killer.
Oh no. Oh no. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts.
Wow, we just lost.
You just fucking lost, bro.
Wow, I did. So we have to withhold
Damn.
information?
Or maybe we present something else. Yeah,
Damn.
Gumshoe. Oh, man. Yeah, he's claiming Gumshoe is corrupt. Bad end.
Maybe the evidence list?
I don't know. Could maybe be like, well, wasn't approved by the police to show it. So do you approve it? And he's just gonna be like, yeah. I'm like, well, fuck. I guess I tried. We can't even like read. It only shows the back, so this wouldn't do.
I think that might be the only other thing I can think of. Maybe you could say cannot show evidence. So I don't think there's really anything else.
Could just show this. Hail Mary it.
You could.
This hasn't been used once, has it?
No.
We can't even look around and hear more. It's just that. Fuck me, man. Let's try
yeah,
not.
I was gonna say try saying no.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Oh, right, because you have to approve. Oh, because he's gonna say that, oh, but you do have it, which means that he will know that it was in
Yeah.
the safe.
What? You lie!
What
Chief
did?
Dent? You opened my safe. I know what you... I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
The fucking wow. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
Well, he's withholding evidence right now, so he knows. What are you talking about, Chief Gantz?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of police departments.
Damn. Oops. Did he just fuck up?
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it?
He can't even. What?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. Then it occurred to me that I could use the... Oh my god. He's just going in.
I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana.
If I made it look like the Blay lay with her sister, then when she saw that scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why? For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. Wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I had the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood of all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of the rag?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gantz? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up, your victory is mine.
So you can't, because he has to approve it, right? Well, look at the evidence law again. Yeah, save.
We could present it again. I feel like we just have to be like, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
Read evidence law. Read it again. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the department. Police department. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial.
Well, it's relevant now.
Do both have to be correct, or only one has to be correct?
Oh, it hasn't been approved.
It hasn't been approved yet.
Show
he
evidence.
has to approve it.
I do have evidence to present now.
Alright, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually... Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, your opinion, please.
What the fuck? I think Mr. Wright's humor is improved. Oh, no. Yike.
Yeah, I think you have to say you can't show evidence.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too late to show the evidence now. Besides, even if I did, I just exposed that poor girl's fingerprints. Right. Think hard over the circumstances. The circumstances? Talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? Yeah, now we know. No, we can do it now. No, we present it now. Yeah, I was right.
I guess so. I guess
because
I'm a little
now,
hesitant.
no. Because now he's admitted that it's there. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on that piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that this immediately be sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to have been left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Uh-oh,
What?
Edgeworth, please. Ho, you're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
He probably just pressed her hand really hard.
Yeah. What?
Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright? Do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... We can't lie.
No.
Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Because, oop. Oh, you're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall into his death.
How could you? You monster.
Miss Sky?
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along. Yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy! Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. He's like, keep talking. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy! What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you gonna tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. What the fuck is going on? What is this kangaroo court? I don't understand.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
Oh God. Look at the picture one more time.
The blood goes under it.
Well, and there's blood that should be on top of it,
There's
too.
no blood on it. There's 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 no blood on it.
What exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. You fucked up. Because he didn't know that she took that picture. See where the piece of his vest is cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth.
Oh, he's smart now. He's
no
getting
blood.
it.
Wow.
They would stain
Good
it.
catch.
Wait. There's no blood on
Nope,
it.
No blood on it.
Oh, get fucked! Yeah, I'm gonna add, boa constrict him, get in. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time!
Uh-oh.
No! This is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Wow.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue.
Wow.
And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer. Oh my god. No! I had to do one, sorry. I had to get one. I had to get one in.
Wow, dude.
It's finally
Holy
over.
Fuck.
What a case, bro.
Holy fuck.
Oh!
I love it with hair deflated.
That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
No. What?
Order, order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Aji? Earlier, old Righto here concealed that piece of cloth.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But he didn't conceal it. You said I don't have any evidence I can present.
Yeah.
Well,
He
that's
didn't
true.
say that it didn't exist.
The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
That's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
He said at this point in time.
I'm afraid Mr. Gunt's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True, legal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Seems at last. Time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not.
I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gantz. Oh, he's like, what? It's not that I didn't present evidence then, it's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence.
No, Aji, don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe.
There was only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
We present the evidence law book. Yep. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department, and unregistered evidence presented must be relevant.
It wasn't. I didn't think it was relevant, dude.
It wasn't relevant. It wasn't proven relevant, and it wasn't approved by the police department. Neither of those.
This is my
applied.
proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence, as the second one. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. God, yeah. And here's the crux of that matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take a look over this picture and...
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago. No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gantz. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gantz, the killer was you.
Still haven't decided to kill Goodman Your head! Oh, so scary! Oh.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. Recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence isn't transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Quick draw. Thank you, Shibuya. I forgot he did that. I don't remember this case literally at all. This has been fun.
When his hands started like clapping at hyper
Mach
speed,
10.
I was like, bro, stop, please.
It is so fucking, like, it's been so fun to redo this case because I genuinely do not remember a single bit of it. I remember Emma, and I remember the characters, but I don't remember who was anything. This has been fun. Oh, offstage with the snipe. Get shot. Hey, offstage, how you doing?
Offstage.
Thank you so much, man.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out.
Uh-oh.
What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Barry's a VIP. It's Pog.
He opened his evidence locker. As he was taking the evidence out, he said,
"It's not too late. I'm going to hand this over to Marshall."
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. It's like, I'm sorry. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Damn. Lana, you sexy bitch. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Offstage.
Offstage. Oh my
Whoa,
god.
600 followers. Yeah, we already handed out a shit ton of VIP badges.
Thank you.
Oh my fucking god, Offstage. Thank you so fucking much, man.
Bro, I panicked a little bit because some of it lagged, so like it went and then it kept going and then it kept going and I was like,
Damn.
oh my god, when is it gonna stop?
Fucking Christ, dude. Thank you so much, Offstage. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. So who killed the guy?
I mean, he
killed the guy
was
forever
being
ago,
really
right?
sneaky. Yeah.
They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Where's Cass VIP? She didn't get the role.
I think she got snapped a
Yeah,
while ago.
she got
and
snapped a
hasn't gotten
bit,
it
yeah.
back yet.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same.
No, you're not. You're
One
literally
day
a
you'll
murderer.
understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Damn.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
Aw.
I'm sorry too, David Gantz. I knew you and you used to be. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example for others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though.
Don't worry, he'll be fine. Now that you have Righto here, and Worthy. These two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
What does he think?
I don't know. He
He's like
just
some,
killed
like-
people, dude. Offstage, don't worry, man. It just happened suddenly in the middle of the stream. There are two things I want you to understand. I do not like his teeth either, yeah.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the very beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought it so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh my god, her smile! I'm gonna cry. She's so pretty. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
My standards are pretty low. Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days.
Yeah, we just took down the chief of police, and she's like, when you're at the top. It's like, hello?
Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing. Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job. Yeah, he's got to go to Marvel vs. Capcom.
In light of this case, it seems as good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are an innocent of murder. However, all throughout although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for those crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
She's dead. She faded away. Sounds professional, dude. Heck yeah.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky,
Not
Moki,
guilty!
thank you!
Moki with the
We
5
did
gifted
it!
subs. Holy shit. This trial has, like, literally been, like, months. It's been so long. Jesus.
that is all. This court is adjourned.
Jesus fucking Christ. At long last, it's finally over. That was good timing, Moki. Oh. Emma? I'm gonna save just in case we fucking... Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
No, there's more Phoenix Wright. There's a lot more Ace Attorney.
No, we're gonna be doing every Ace Attorney game. Don't worry, Citrix. This is just the beginning.
Oh
like,
boy, dude.
really just
Oh
the beginning.
boy.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Bro.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. No, no, it's a sequel, zombie, so we're gonna play it like on release. Apollo Justice next? No, we're going in order.
We're
You
going
can't
in
mess up the
chronological
lore.
order.
I love Apollo Justice, but we can't do it. Man.
Don't worry, we're gonna play all of
We're
them,
playing
and
all
we're
of them.
gonna play the Professor Layton games too.
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way,
yeah.
because there's Layton and Ace Attorney games, so we have to play the Layton games in order to get the full
Of course, yeah.
multiverse.
Wait,
lore,
Detective
you know?
Gumshoe, what is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty.
Top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. He says it again.
Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Hug.
Lana.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. Huh? I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through these past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. I'm hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm actually getting emotional right now.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move forward to a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
He's under the couch. Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
No talk. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
Sidetricks, thank you for the follow, dude. 601! Pog. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same.
Oh boy, oh boy.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will.
You're just one man.
You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try and go it alone.
But you're not alone, Edgeworth. You got friends. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I needed a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Demon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma.
Damn. Dude, Edgeworth has not had a good... Fuck. Corruption, dude.
Were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon.
My friends are my power!
That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone.
That's true.
You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership,
Dude,
you were
Tyler's
able to
molding.
present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evans, huh?
Attorney's badge.
Here you go! That's why I saved. It's gotta be this, right?
Yeah, you guys worked together on that.
That might mean something. Oh.
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
Load. We're loading. We fucked up.
Yeah, we're not breaking.
Nope. No, we're good. We got no. What was it? Which one was it?
Oh boy. Okay. Lot to get through here.
Reset the run. Yeah, redo the entire case, dude. What was it then? It wasn't the. What did we both work on?
Everything? I don't know.
The whole fucking thing, dude.
The whole fucking thing?
The whole game. I would fucking explode, Tyler. The book? Oh, yeah! It must have been the book, right?
We can save right before. You know it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, speedrun dies here. Oh my god! 100% speedrun? Bro. Oh, the evidence list! That could have been that, yeah.
Both halves had to come together.
That's cute. Look at her smiling.
I love her smile.
Get to cry again. It must be the evidence list. A photo and some ice cream here. Save here. Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter if you get it right or not. It's just like extra dialogue. But I ain't missing that shit. Absolutely not. Something that neither Edward or I would have been able to find on our own. The completed picture. Come on.
It has to be the evidence.
It's gotta be the, yeah. Yep.
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. Began with this. You had one half of the evidence and I had the other. Bro! They're so gay, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, I love them.
They're so totally in a relationship where
They're
totally...
the best boyfriends.
Wow. Began. Fuck off, y'all.
Began.
Apart, we couldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. They're so cute. Best boyfriends.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Bro, Genie? What the fuck? Oh, God. Yeah, that's all we missed. He's like embarrassed now. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. With the Genie. Ooh. Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill... You can't let... What? You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can't let it... What?
You can let what happened
kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let what happen... Yeah. Or you can let what... or you can let it help you grow. Blah, 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 blah. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks, too, right?
I love that face.
What I face now is my problem. Fucking Greg. God. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Bro, they're so into each other.
I know, I love it. I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something.
Scientific investigation!
Oh, it's so cute. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will.
Smile. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. He's in the bro, come on!
He's the last thing he thinks about.
Well,
Don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, maybe okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? Way to go,
way to go,
oh my
detective.
God.
I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh?
What, you think I can afford that with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? What? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay for it off together?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's
God. That's cute. That's so cute.
Well, we actually finished it. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Cute, 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 cute. We're gonna go through all the characters, I'm pretty sure.
Oh boy, I'm not excited about one particular character.
Oh, I think it's only for this case, though, I think. You're my dad.
You
Yikes!
are my
I thought I was a
dad.
goner
My
for a
dad.
moment there.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
Gumshoe. I don't know that song.
I'll show it to you later.
This kind of goes hard, dude. Kind of goes fucking really hard, dude. Jesus. Bro, you don't know the meme? No, I don't, Tyler. Bro doesn't know his meme. Oh my god.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard.
My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today.
I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe.
Dip Gumshoe is an icon, an idol. 1 cent per hour.
1 cent per
Bro,
hour.
he eats cup like ramen noodles. He cup noodle, that's it, nothing else. Oh.
Ooh,
Why
don't
are-
talk.
Hello.
Don't talk.
I kept on dancing. That's my story. That's what happened to me. What you might be wondering, what happened to the old blue fuck.
Jesus. Yeah, that was an intense case.
Well, I took up a new job reaping the souls of the damned.
It's just like, oh god. It's the Blue Badger, come on.
What is it? Can't you see him having me a showdown with the steak lunch partner? Miss Starr managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of those guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina her smile. You make sure Billy and the gang get their water.
Marshall, yeehaw. 11 credits are fun, like this.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller or something. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Angel brackets hot. Yeah, agreed.
Honestly. Exam time, that's what she said.
Mm-hmm. This is such a banger, dude.
I took up fishing. I never took what happened to that young defense lawyer sent after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing, something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go.
Oh my god, I've never seen him not on the chair. That was so
was
cursed.
weird.
That's cursed, dude. Did he forget Mr. Wright? What the fuck? Empty chair is so cursed.
Chair reveal. I
Chair
hate that
reveal.
fucking judge. Nothing soothes the soul. Oh, nothing soothes the soul like fresh something.
Country air.
Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you say objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon's training about to start.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Not clickbait. Chair reveal. This is my new sleeping music, or my walking music. It's just my new music. That's it, period.
My thinking music.
It is my thing. I'm thinking right now. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on? What? Oh, because he quit. He left a
Yeah.
note. He's like, fuck y'all! See you later! That's who he's
Oh, so
fucking.
that's who he's
He's
fucking.
fucking the bellboy. Emma!
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Look at the ducky. Look at the ducky.
Oh, the ducky's so cute. Oh, you can... There's a picture of her. There's a picture of her.
Ah! Oh my god!
I'm gonna cry! Oh my god.
Stop!
It's so cute!
I love Emma.
Capcom.
Oh.
Bum. Damn. No blue creature. Yeah, you didn't say
No
anything.
blue creature.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, we just have to start a new game now.
Wait, do we save?
What?
Can you make
Yeah.
sure that it's saved?
It doesn't carry over from last game.
Oh,
It's not like Mass Effect, don't worry.
okay.
Do you want to see the opening of this
I want
one?
a little bit of a sneak peek.
Sneak peek at
No,
Justice for
no.
All.
I'm more. Oh, look at how handsome!
Oh! Ooh!
Look at how handsome he is. Look at the highlighter on his cheeks, bro.
Okay, Phoenix. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god.
Hi, Mike.
What is going
What?
on?
What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
It's a nightmare. Right, got that cake though. Yo! Look at him.
What a nightmare.
Phoenix Wright is my boyfriend. Look at him.
I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up.
Let's just stay on this screen. Oh no.
Oh, good. I finally found it.
What?
Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but
Oh, he's pretty.
it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney.
Bro, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. A
Oh
few
my
minutes
God.
later, District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
The lobby looks exactly
Ow,
the same.
my head. Oh, no, yeah, it's all going to be the same. Well, like, the court's the same and everything. There's new mechanics and stuff, though, in each game. It's really cool. My head is throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there?
Good morning.
I don't know if you caught it, but there was a picture of her in Gumshoe's locker in the past case.
Or was there?
Yeah.
Huh.
Good morning.
What's wrong? You don't look well. People are their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit?
Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts.
Roger that.
Am I in trouble or something?
Huh? Trouble?
Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong?
What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble.
What?
I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Life in my hands?
You promised me. You said that you would prove that I was not guilty.
Not guilty.
Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever.
What is this girl babbling about?
Actually, I'd really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... Huh? What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this.
No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. I'm...
Yes, I'm...
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank?
Uh-oh.
A trial will begin shortly. Okay, it doesn't matter, but... Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay?
I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Chain of memories. Someone, please! Tell me this is just a bad dream! Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Wah, wah. New music!
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
You see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
Yes, I guess.
I guess I should say yes for now?
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec.
Like,
Her
any of
life
this
is in my
for real
hands.
or not?
I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me that you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
Uh-oh.
A policeman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay. And who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Ooh. There he is.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant. She works under me, so you know.
You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me.
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the...
New thinking music, by the way.
The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat up his body bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Ah, yes, the autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death isn't usually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The result of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well, the court accepts this into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head okay? Is your head on right today? There's a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second.
What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep.
Press
Info
tab.
about evidence and people involved in this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing tab.
Press tab. Maggie Bride kind of cute, though.
Maggie Bird's cute. Dustin Prince is also cute.
Is he cute?
Winston Payne is not very cute. Dick Gumshoe.
Damn.
Ooh.
Restoration at 13%.
You know, about to make
about to open a bank account for this
open a
man.
bank account. I don't know.
Tab, huh? Let's see what we got. Found this in my pocket. We can't move it around. That was just the last case, by the way.
Oh, because the last case came from episode 3,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remember what it means or how it got here. Broken neck, body was also covered in bruises.
I think this might be a decent place to pause.
Yeah. Gonna call it there. I can just save over this. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Justice for all.
Oh, it changes the color. That's cool. Let's go to the main menu. Let's get out. Give me a
Yeah,
title screen.
Gideon, me too, honestly.
Man.
Wow. That was
big fucking stretch.
yeah, honestly.
Oh boy. Zooey Mama, am I right, gamers? Anyways, we should probably... Hey, you can raid off stage. What's he playing? He's playing Amori.
Ooh.
He loves that game. If you don't want Amori spoilers, don't fucking.
Wait.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh
This is
no. Hello. Hi. Oh, I
Hey,
feel
guys.
so bad. Hello. Space shuttle
Space
raid.
raid.
Space raid. Space raid. Man, why does this keep happening to us? Well, see you guys later. Space Del Blonde, thank you so much for the raid and for the
Pokemon
fucking
Snap must have
follow.
been really fun.
Holy shit, thank you. We were just wrapping this up.
Well,
I
we were
feel so
watching it. We
bad.
were playing Ace Attorney, but if you guys are interested in more Ace Attorney content,
I could find someone else.
we
but-
will be streaming all of the Ace Attorney games. We just finished the first one, and we just started the very beginning of the
Yeah.
second game.
Oh wow, there's not a
just
lot of people
now.
playing this.
I
feel so
if you guys
bad.
are interested in
We
something
literally-
like that, feel free to drop a follow, and there will be more content for
Wow,
you. And
Odessa
also,
with the real
if you
plug.
if you go to the links down in Tatsu's,
Frozen machine, thank you for the
I
follow.
know it'll link you to his YouTube
She's
channel. and
panicking.
in
She's
his
panicking.
YouTube
She's
channel-
freaking out. She's going. She's like, "Oh God, we gotta quick. We gotta plug everything."
Well, he has the VODs of every.
I do have the
Ace Attorney
VODs,
playthrough we've
so-
done. So if you want to watch the VODs and
Wink.
check us out and see
Wow.
if you want to come back
Anyways,
later and watch our Ace Attorney
I'm
streams. Feel
I'm
free.
Tatsu, not her. I'm Tatsu.
No.
She's Odessa. We're just finishing out. We shall follow your raid. Okay, we're about to raid off stage. He's playing Amori. Big raid.
Second, and here is the VOD channel for everyone.
Dude, for
before we
fuck's
leave.
sake, stop
go.
shelling! Stop shelling for me! Jesus! I appreciate the
Listen.
follow. Chris Biggs,
I'm doing
Biggest,
my job.
The Frozen Machine, and Spaced Out Blonde. I'll absolutely check you out. Space, yeah, another. Do it, everyone. I want even my viewers. Space Raid, okay? Space
Okay,
Raid, shuttle
Space
incoming.
Raid.
But yeah, more Phoenix Wright's gonna be happening. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm so sorry.
Oh, oops, that's the wrong command.
That is, you do, bro. Everyone here, go check out Spaced Out Blonde. Go do it right
Yeah,
right
I
now.
actually did that so that I could get the
Now,
link
do
for
it,
her
do it
Twitch
now
or
before we
their
raid.
Twitch.
Okay.
My bad.
I love catching the end. See you, Mal. Okay, goodbye, guys. Thank you. Fucking God. Oop.
Yay!
Good Lord.